If I were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2025, knowing everything I know now, here are the exact steps I would take to reverse it. Yep, type 2 diabetes is reversible, but I know a lot of you feel trapped, and you're trapped because of the roadmap you have. It's a roadmap that manages your blood sugar levels instead of reverses your type 2 diabetes. So today I'm going to give you the exact steps that I would take, 5 steps to take to control and maintain my normal blood sugar levels without depriving myself. So let's get right into it. The first step I would take is that I would need to reprogram my metabolism. Now, what is metabolism? It refers to the way your body extracts energy from the food you eat. Now, type 2 diabetes, classically, it's starvation in the midst of plenty. So you have plenty energy circulating in your blood in the form of sugar, glucose, but unfortunately it has no way to get to the cells, and so you feel sluggish and tired and weak and sickly. Why is this? Why has your sugar built up over time? Well, over time, for various reasons, some being dietary, some being stress, a variety of reasons that I've covered in other videos, your sugar has crept up, and as the sugar stays high, your glucose stays high, your body's constantly, your pancreas is giving the signal to make more insulin. The more insulin you make to try to pull and take that sugar by its hand and take it into the cells, but you have so much insulin. Insulin is a bulky guy, so it clogs the channels that the sugar needs to pass through, and so your sugar cannot get into the cells anymore, and it builds up into your bloodstream. Your pancreas is still saying more insulin, more insulin. It's making more insulin, and it's making the problem worse, where the system just gets clogged with this big bulky insulin. Resetting my metabolism is going to mean getting my body to have energy, to extract energy from other sources. So instead of sources of food that give glucose, which would be starch and starch in all forms, and sweet things as well as sugar, different types of sugar, I would have my energy come from protein and from fat. Fat does not need insulin. Fat does not need to be held by its hand by insulin to be taken into the blood cells. Okay, protein, a little insulin help, right, but not half as much insulin as is needed by sugar. Sugar cannot get into the cells without insulin. So if I'm getting my energy from protein and fat, it means that my pancreas is not going to have to put out as much insulin. If my insulin levels are able to come down because I'm not making as much, right, and I'm not getting my energy from glucose, so my glucose is gradually coming down because I'm getting fat and protein predominantly instead. As my glucose comes down, my insulin then comes down. As my insulin comes down, right, my body's able to switch from energy storage mode, because while my insulin was high, my body was constantly in energy storage mode, right? So it can switch from energy storage mode and get into energy burning mode. And if I'm in the energy burning mode, it means I now have access to energy, and my cells can wake up and start working and functioning as they were meant to function. And so that is exactly how it first, step one, reset my metabolism. Decrease the energy that comes from sugar and increase the energy that comes from fat and protein, so that my insulin can come down and everything can function again, right? So after now that I've reset my metabolism, then I am going to want to maintain my metabolism and have it be able to switch easily from energy storage to energy burning mode. So every time I eat, I am in energy storage mode, because we eat, and some of our food, of course, the energy is used up immediately to have our body function, but then there's going to be a little that's put away for times of need, right? So between meals, when you're not eating, you need to have some energy stores. When you're sleeping, of course, you need some energy stores. Or if something happens and you need to run away from danger, then you need a spurt of energy as well, and so you're going to pull from your stores, right? But my body now, I want it to be able to switch back and forth very easily from energy storage to energy burning. And for me to have that happen, it means that I'm going to need to stop eating. As I was told, as a newly diagnosed diabetic, I was told to eat small breakfast, mid-morning snack, small lunch, mid-afternoon snack, small dinner, bedtime snack. Eating that frequently is going to cause me to be perpetually in energy storage mode. And so I need to, instead, I'm going to eat bigger meals, but 2 to 3 times per day. I'm not going to eat breakfast as soon as I wake up in the morning. I'm going to wait, because now my metabolism is working, right? So hey, why trigger things by having a big breakfast, or even a small breakfast? Why trigger things by having food as soon as I wake up in the morning? Let's stretch my energy burning into you know, mid-morning, if not by noon, okay? And then let's eat a big meal. So I will eat a big meal at lunchtime, right? And then I will eat a big meal, wait for 5 hours, and eat another big meal in the dinner time, okay? I might have breakfast, but I won't necessarily feel obliged to have a breakfast early in the morning. And so because I'm eating my food, bigger meals, right, I'm able to go into fat or energy burning mode, right, for the next 3, maybe 4 hours, right, 5 depending, and then I go into a little storage again, but I'm able to flexibly flip from energy storage to energy burning, and that will ultimately help to keep my metabolism going and prevent sugar levels from building up, because I'm going back and forth, right, flexibly, right? Third step is that I would set my alarm every 1.5 to 2 hours to remind me to get up and move. I want to be on the move so that my metabolism doesn't get sleepy, doesn't get lazy. So every time I move, it means my muscles are working and sucking energy from my bloodstream, sucking some sugar, because there's also gonna be sugar in the blood, right? We're gonna get sugar from some of the foods that we eat, right? We just don't want to get simple sugar and lots of it, okay? So I want my body to be constantly, my metabolism to be alert and burning energy every couple of hours or so that it doesn't get lazy and fall back into that type 2 diabetes mode, okay? And then the fourth step I would take is that I would now then start working on making my muscles a little bigger, because if I have bigger muscles, it means that I would get more bang for my buck every time I am getting up at those 2-hour marks, right? So every 1.5 to 2 hours I get up to move, right? If my muscles are bigger, it means that every time I do move, I'm going to be burning even more energy, so more bang for my buck. Plus, having bigger muscles is an insurance policy against my type 2 diabetes coming back. So yet another good reason to have muscles. So resistant bands, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever, or if you want to go to the gym, I don't go to the gym, so I would just get like bigger dumbbells, right, so that I can really build up all my muscles as my insurance policy against this type 2 diabetes coming back. You can reverse type 2 diabetes, but if you fall back into the habits that caused it in the first place, it will come back. So as much as we talk about reversal, you know, it's a lifestyle problem, so it can come back depending on if the lifestyle that promotes it is adopted once again, okay? And then the fifth and final step that I would take is that I would now get rid of distractions. So my metabolism is working again, it's nice and flexible, and everything is doing really well. My blood sugar levels are now down, but I want to keep my blood sugar levels normal. I want to keep my type 2 diabetes in remission, and so I need to get rid of distractions, right? And that's a part of you becoming in your core, right? So this is me becoming in my core, the person who is able to keep up with these changes that I made, this new lifestyle, so that I don't get type 2 diabetes again, okay? And so to get rid of distractions means I would stop watching the news totally. Well, I did that a few years ago, but if that happened, I would definitely eliminate. No advertisements, right, for medications. Oh, ask your doctor for this. Tell your doctor you want that, right? So I would get rid of those distractions that make me think that it's normal to have these medical conditions, right? And it's normal to be taking prescribed medications for the rest of my life. So no news. I would get rid of social media, right? And I would curate a set of videos that I want to see, right? I would have the people that I want to follow on YouTube. I love YouTube, right? And those are the videos that I want to see of messages that are health promoting, of messages that encourage me to keep up with the new lifestyle that I have that promotes a state of not being a type 2 diabetic, okay? And the thing about it is that when you are exposed to messages that make you think that disease is normal and taking medications is normal, and eating out fast food and not cooking for yourself and instead getting Uber Eats when you're exposed to messages that all those things are normal, then it's easier to fall back into those old habits. And so I would get rid of all those distractions so that I can become, over time, it takes, you know, years. Really, this doesn't happen overnight. And also it's an ongoing work, right, on yourself to become that person who can automatically do what needs to be done so that you maintain the non-type 2 diabetic state. And so I would get rid of my distractions, and you can see that as an extra insurance policy as well. So if you have no distractions, then that's further insurance that you're not going to go into the type 2 diabetic state again. If you all think that this video was helpful, well, you're going to love my book, Beaming Health, sorry. This video is coming out on February 6th, and that is actually the launch date of my first book called Beaming Health. I'm officially an author. It's called Beaming Health, Master Your Blood Glucose Levels Without Food Deprivation by Unlocking 4 Simple Metabolism Secrets. There's that word again, metabolism secrets. And this is my brain in a book. All the knowledge curated over the past 20 plus years of me listening and taking care of all my patients and learning the strategies to get and keep blood sugar levels normal. It's in this book. We have nice handy charts and diagrams for you to understand why you will continue to make certain food choices. We have a nice little cell dance part here that explains the whole insulin resistance problem, right? So buy this book as a special gift to you for my birthday, February 6th, book launch day. For my birthday, I'm giving you the gift of having this book on Kindle for 99 cents. It's a specially discounted price of 99 cents for the first 3 days after it launches. So if you're watching this video on February 6, 2025, and for the next 2 days after, you can click the link in the description below so that you can get your very own copy. You can get the Kindle copy, but also you probably are going to want to order the physical copy as well, so that you can have access to these wonderful diagrams that will further promote your understanding of type 2 diabetes and help you to reverse this condition, which is totally reversible, right? You reverse this condition once and for all. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for trusting me on your health journey, and I can't wait to hear what you think about Beaming Health. Take care, share this video with somebody who would benefit from it, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.